We have the Blox Fruits Bulletin number 8 right here, and we have Zeolus right here. Okay, let's go ahead and start. The Blox Bulletin, Eyes on the Horizon, a lost journal, criminal apprehended, whispers from the dev team. Okay, attack unleashes, devastating attack during arrest. Okay, we have Marines, and we have the same guy who exploded the popcorn. Well, that's what we think. Alert issued by the authorities. Explosion takes place at Pirate Village during high-profile arrest. Multiple injured. An anonymous tip from a resident of Pirate Village reported a suspicious man roaming the neighborhood looking as if they were up to no good. After matching the description of the criminal behind the sudden attack on the popcorn dealer's booth 2 weeks ago, the suspect was suddenly rushed and surrounded by armed squadrons of Marines. After being apprehended and put under arrest, just before being escorted, the prisoner flared open his gray cloak, revealing a hidden array of compact explosions. The resulting blast knocked several Marines off their feet and scattered debris across the island. Authorities confirmed the criminal remains in custody and will be under heavy surveillance by the warden at local prison. Okay, so he's gonna go to prison. Okay, he's gonna be under surveillance by the warden. Okay, what if we get a bomb rework, obviously, because like explode themselves, that's obviously bomb. What if we get an impelled, like a prison rework, because it's very outdated, kind of, it looks nothing like the one from One Piece, the impel down, but they are changing stuff to make it look farther from One Piece. But what if we get like an actual impel down with levels underground, and then there's a lot of bosses, NPCs, like a storyline basically, and then we get a Venom rework because the warden, like he uses Venom in the One Piece anime, so that kind of be cool. Maybe I'm asking for too much, but who knows though. So what happened to these? Yeah, because these were map reworks that we were supposed to get like 2 years ago. We've never gotten it. The map reworks, UI changes, new mechanics, fruit reworks. Where is all of it? We hear you. We've shown sneak peeks over the years. New islands, new redesigned UI, and new system. Much of this content was already deep into development, and some even finished. Ultimately, it didn't end up meeting our standards. This is something we constantly wrestle with when balancing update quantity with long-term quality. Even though we still face performance issues today, it could have been far worse if we had pushed forward with some of those island reworks. We don't want to add things that look new if they come at the cost of the game's stability. Or worse, shift the game into something it was never meant to be. The UI revamp, for example, had a modern look, but all of your feedback was clear. It just didn't feel like Blox Fruits. Yeah, some of the UI stuff, like it felt like a simulator game or like a tycoon or something. It did not feel like Blox Fruits. I remember that. Meanwhile, large-scale map changes and new systems started stacking performance issues. As these updates scale up, we realize optimization needs to come first. We've noticed a ton of players who are max level will go to the second seat to PvP, just because it would be less straining on their devices. So, the teased content isn't gone. It's being reimagined with performance in mind. Thanks for the patience and for helping guide where we go with the next updates. Okay, so here your say community poll results. Okay, by the admin team. Yeah, we see Red Game 43, Rip Indra, Zeolus, Uzoth, Wenlock Toad, Admin E, yeah, all those people. Okay, the results are in. Pretty interesting stuff to take in here. This is the tally of over 100,000 on last week's poll. Okay, pretty interesting. Okay, so number one, C4. Wait, okay, that confirms a C4 because everyone wanted Mike. 16% people voted for a C4, so we get C4. Okay, and fruit reworks finally, bro. So we're gonna be getting fruit reworks. I'm happy because a lot of fruits are outdated. So new fruits, okay, new fruit because there's a lot of fruits in One Piece that we don't have, so we can get more or something. And no more lag, okay, and the grinding event, yes sir, bro. So we're gonna get these 5 things. Well, these are the top things, so these are like most likely what we're gonna get though. So let's go, bro. Port Town's Washed Up Mystery by Wenlock E. Savage, which is Adam and E. Okay. A battered crate washed up ashore earlier this week at the edge of Port Town, and its contents are far from ordinary. Okay. The wood of the crate swelled with the seed water, and inside there was a single item that remained mostly intact, a large leather-bound journal. Though many of its pages were soaked and nearly illegible, glimpses of its contents are already stirring interest. Scrawled symbols, sketches, insightful information, reference to names never before seen. All clues suggest this journal once belonged to someone with access to high-level intent. Okay, so maybe that's like, okay, that I actually think that like an entire quest line, because someone who's like very smart will teach us how to do something, like get like a new sword or something, or like to get to C4, since everyone voted C4. I don't know. Unfortunately, much of the book is too delicate to handle. Local archivists say it will take time to dry, restore, and properly study for the remaining pages. We'll report back when more has been covered. For now, the sea has gifted us a mystery once we fully intend to solve. So yeah, the next bulletin number 9 for more stuff. Okay. So yeah, this is gonna be the end of this video, and